Hi everyone, how are you? Today I'm here to talk about how to use apple cider vinegar. Let's talk a bit, okay? Who can use it and how to do it? Because I published a video talking about the 12 benefits of apple cider vinegar, I received many comments and questions about certain situations. Who can use it and how should they use it? So, I will make this video now to supplement this information. So, watch this video until the end. Before you start using apple cider vinegar, if you parachute in here, you don't know which video I'm talking about, so click here. 12 benefits of apple cider vinegar. So, take a look, and then do a marathon here to see if you can use it or not, okay? And what are the indications, alright? First of all, I would like to thank all of you who are here with me, subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much. Thank you to you all. Our channel is growing, so thank you very much. For those who are not subscribed, it costs nothing. And also turn on the notification bell. To receive notifications, we are publishing a lot of really cool health content videos, right? What if he hasn't shared it? He shares it with family. I'm sure you want the whole family to be healthy, right? Share it. Okay,
I am Dr. Anna Maria Ceverini, and you are on Dr. Anna Maria Tips.
The first question, everyone, is whether the apple cider vinegar that I recommend is the one sold in the market, the aisle you are passing by, and, oops, the apple cider vinegar that the doctor mentioned. Guys, I have some sad news to share with you. It's not the one that doesn't work. The apple cider vinegar that I recommend is organic and unfiltered, all right? It's a bit more expensive. That's why its benefits are listed there. Have you ever had vinegar? Looked down and said, wow, what a sketchy vinegar. It looks old. I'm going to get rid of it. I've done that before. But folks, this is the vinegar that is recommended. There are particles. These particles are bacteria. They are residues of positive fermentation. Good bacteria that will benefit your body with these advantages. So, the apple cider vinegar must be organic. Unfiltered, it is a slightly more expensive vinegar. It is for you to use medicinally. If you want to dress your salad, it will only enrich your life and your diet. But if you are using it for medicine, it is what I am indicating for production. Please put here for me the image of the organic, unfiltered vinegar that I am recommending here. Oh, people with hyperthyroidism should not use apple cider vinegar. And those who are naturally thin cannot have that accelerated metabolism either, because you will become slower anyway. You will lose more muscle mass. And that is not what we want. Apple cider vinegar has an effect. It suppresses hunger, keeps you feeling full for longer, so that person who is already thin has hyperthyroidism. She will certainly be much thinner, considering that she won't really feel an appetite. I want to eat, right? And the person who has no complications with the thyroid but is simply thin will go longer without eating. Another question that people ask me is whether diabetics can use vinegar. It lowers blood sugar. It's true. Apple cider vinegar lowers blood sugar levels. However, pre-diabetics and type 2 diabetics can use apple cider vinegar. Why? Because you're at that stage where you're discovering diabetes, or you have to control diabetes with a diet that is not adequate. It should be with less sugar. You need to lower your blood sugar. So, for you, apple cider vinegar now indicates who has type 1 diabetes. It is not recommended, but that's okay, because it is an autoimmune disease. It doesn't matter what you eat, and you definitely have to use the hormone, right? Insulin. So, what happens? Insulin reduces blood sugar. If you incorporate apple cider vinegar, you will further lower that sugar level. And then, there is a break in the blood sugar. And you run the risk of having hypoglycemia, so you have diabetes. Type 1, you should not use apple cider vinegar. People with gastric issues can also use apple cider vinegar. When you ingest it, it has the property of keeping food in your stomach for a longer time. That's why the feeling of satiety comes. Why do you eat less frequently? Those who have a gastric ulcer have that acid from apple cider vinegar in their stomach. You've imagined it, right? If you have an active gastric ulcer, it's not nice. You will feel the pain of that ulcer. People who have some chronic disease, muscle loss, sarcopenia, and malnutrition, these people cannot use apple cider vinegar. Simply because apple cider vinegar, while it stays in the stomach longer, is reducing your need to eat. And with that, you will eat less, you will lose more muscle mass, and there will be a gap in nutrients because of this. I already have several videos published on how to remove tartar and the use of apple cider vinegar. It is one of the first things that people see, and I make sure to guide you. So you might ask me the following, "Oh doctor, but flossing with apple cider vinegar, I can't drink it every day, can I?" No folks, the thing is that when you are cleaning your teeth, you are rubbing your teeth, you are pushing the acetic acid molecules from the apple cider vinegar into the enamel of your teeth. You are there rubbing, so you rub the teeth and the vinegar enters, and the acid affects the enamel when you drink, folks. It's a different story. You will drink with 2 tablespoons, right, of vinegar and 100 milliliters of water. Go drink it, it's done. Soon after, you ingest the apple cider vinegar in a solution of water. You will have a glass of water. You remove the excess vinegar from your mouth so that it doesn't stay there, right, wrapping around your teeth. Children can take apple cider vinegar. You can, but you shouldn't. The child has the perfect body, right? In general, they are well-fed, healthy, have an appetite and everything, right? Because the taste is not pleasant. Are you going to torture the child? This is for adults, right? The people who are pursuing our health with children have other methodologies, okay, folks?
Pregnant women
Have no contraindications. However, it is good to talk to the obstetrician because it may be that
pregnant women
has some of those problems that were mentioned there. And then suddenly, it makes it impossible for her to take the apple cider vinegar. Those who take certain medications need to be concerned about this issue, okay? There are some medications that, when taken with apple cider vinegar, can cause a drug interaction, meaning you took the medication, you took the apple cider vinegar, boom, there you go, okay? And then there is a side effect that you weren't expecting, and sometimes the person thinks it is from the medication they are taking. If you have diabetes and take metformin or glibenclamide, they are hypoglycemic. And what will happen? They naturally lower blood sugar, right? If you take the medicine along with apple cider vinegar, you will have a hypoglycemic reaction, meaning your blood sugar will drop, and you will be at risk of even aging. So you cannot have this drug interaction. If you have cardiac arrhythmia and use digoxin, right? You should not use apple cider vinegar because this medicine reduces your arrhythmia, right? It slightly lowers the heart rate, and apple cider vinegar already has a property that naturally reduces blood pressure. It is good for those who have hypertension if you use it. A natural substance that is apple cider vinegar. To reduce blood pressure, plus digoxin, you will have a significant slip in your heart rhythm. This is a problem, and then the heart becomes weak and cannot pump blood into the body, so do not mix the two, okay? If you use any type of diuretic medication, these are medications that reduce pain. For example, if you are using furosemide or another diuretic medication, you should also not use apple cider vinegar. Why? Apple cider vinegar causes a reaction in the body that eliminates fat and sodium. You naturally deflate. You go to the bathroom more often, right? And along with that diuretic you are taking, you will have a significant drop in potassium, you will experience a decrease, and you may also age faster. Many people talk like this, but it's apple cider vinegar. But you can, folks, because it is a natural thing that is used as medicine, right? And then you use it continuously. Of course, we have to take certain precautions, okay? Another thing, many people have asked me about hair loss. It is very good because it can, right? It is meant to remove excessive oiliness. So, how do you use a basic recipe? You will take the apple cider vinegar with 2 tablespoons, 50 milliliters of water. You will apply the apple cider vinegar to your hair and give a slow massage. Just for a minute, it's very quick, okay. So, are you also going to leave the apple cider vinegar solution in your hair? So, quickly, you will make this solution and apply it. After you have washed your hair, after using the shampoo and conditioner, you make this solution, spend a minute cleaning, and then get out of the shower. So you are afraid of having that vinegar smell, right? But when it is natural vinegar, you will notice the smell completely disappears. The hair is smoother, very smooth, and you can use this solution on average twice a month because it already has that astringent property. Twice a month is enough. We agreed that apple cider vinegar
reduces
melasma is true, but there is a right way to use it in this case. You will put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a container. Add 100 milliliters of water. Mix. Then you will put
a little bit of cotton.
Take some of that solution and apply it to the melasma. You will leave it on for 3 minutes. Then you will take it off, go to the bathroom, wash your face, and apply sunscreen. factor 50 plus is how you will treat it. You will do this twice a day if you can. It's definitely good as long as you have an effect of melasma fading away. If it doesn't go away, you can't stop treating it. You can never take this solution, put it on your face, and go about your business. You always have to washing your face with a lot of water and apply a sunscreen, because those treating melasma cannot expose the melasma to the sun. If you are having difficulty reversing your melasma and are not using sunscreen, and that is already a problem, it will only get worse, right? Now, if you don't wash after this solution, you will definitely have a burning process or an increase in your melasma. So, this is the recipe for you to get rid of melasma. After you do this, come back here and leave a comment to let us know if it worked or if you were happy. An extra benefit of organic cider vinegar, folks, is controlling blood sugar, right? It naturally reduces sugar levels. So, if you are diabetic, type 1, or pre-diabetic, do you want to control sugar levels, lower triglycerides? Apple cider vinegar also plays that role. As long as you are not someone who has any of those problems, or use some medications, or if there are some complications like those I mentioned, you can use it calmly. Apple cider vinegar is always used in the morning. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a spoonful of water. Look, you can dissolve it in 100 milliliters of water, which is very good. You only need to take it once a day, and that is in the morning, on an empty stomach. So you go about your life with your food, with your diet naturally. And if you haven't watched my other video, it's in the description. I'm going to put the link here for you to click. Now you are free to use it, okay? For God's sake, share this video. I know you shared the other one with your grandmother. Share it with your mother-in-law, with your grandfather, to see if there are any issues for them to use it. A kiss for you all. See you next time.